My name is Serafina. I used to believe in love. I used to believe in fairy tales and happy endings. I grew up in a small town where dreams were big and hearts were pure. I met Ethan when I was just 20 years old. He was charming, kind, and everything I ever dreamed of. We met at a local coffee shop where I worked part-time, and he was a regular customer. Every morning he would come in, order a coffee, and sit by the window reading a book. I noticed him first. His smile was so warm, it could melt the coldest winter days. At first, we only exchanged polite smiles and a few words about the weather or the coffee. But slowly, we started talking more. He would wait for my shift to end, and we would walk together around the park near the coffee shop. We talked about everything. Our dreams, our fears, our favorite movies, and songs. It felt so easy with him, like I had known him forever. After a few months, Ethan asked me to be his girlfriend. I said yes without hesitation. Our relationship was like a dream. We went on long drives, had picnics under the stars, and danced in the rain. Ethan would often bring me flowers and write me little notes telling me how much he loved me. I felt like the luckiest girl alive. After 2 years of dating, he proposed to me in the most romantic way possible. He took me to the same park where we first walked together, got down on one knee, and asked me to be his forever. I cried happy tears and said yes. Our wedding was small but beautiful. My parents cried tears of joy, and my friends cheered for us. I wore a simple white dress, and Ethan looked handsome in his suit. We promised to love and cherish each other forever. It felt like the beginning of a beautiful forever. I moved into Ethan's apartment, which was cozy and full of memories he had collected over the years. We decorated it together, making it our own little world. The first few months of marriage were everything I dreamed of. We cooked together, laughed together, and planned our future. We talked about buying a house, maybe getting a dog, and starting a family. It felt perfect. Until one day, everything changed. It started with small things. Ethan became distant. He would come home late from work, saying he was busy with projects. He stopped bringing me flowers, and the sweet notes disappeared. I tried to ignore it, telling myself that work was just stressful and he needed time. But deep down, I felt a growing emptiness. One night, I decided to surprise him at work. I packed his favorite dinner and went to his office. When I arrived, the receptionist looked uncomfortable seeing me. She hesitated before telling me that Ethan had left early. I felt a strange chill in my heart. I tried calling him, but he did not pick up. I waited for him at home all night, but he never came. The next morning, Ethan walked in casually like nothing had happened. I asked him where he was, but he brushed me off, saying he had stayed at a friend's place because he was too tired to drive home. I wanted to believe him. I really did. But something inside me had shifted. I tried to act normal, but my heart was not at peace anymore. Every time Ethan's phone buzzed, I found myself glancing at it, hoping to see something that would calm my doubts, but fearing I would find something that would break me. I hated feeling like this. I hated the insecurity growing inside me. One evening when Ethan was taking a shower, I saw his phone light up on the table. A message popped up from a name I did not recognize. It said, "I miss you already," with a heart emoji. My hands shook as I picked up the phone. I knew it was wrong to invade his privacy, but my heart was pounding too hard to stop myself. I opened the message thread, and what I saw shattered me. Messages full of love, sweet words, and promises that should have been meant for me were now being sent to another woman. They talked about secret meetings and how much they missed each other. Tears blurred my vision, but I forced myself to keep reading as if punishing myself was the only way to believe it was real. When Ethan came out of the shower, he found me sitting on the bed holding his phone. He froze when he saw my face. I asked him calmly who she was. For a moment he tried to lie, but the truth was already screaming between us. He dropped his head in shame and admitted it. He had been seeing someone else for the past few months. I wanted to scream. I wanted to throw things. But I just sat there feeling like the ground beneath me had collapsed. The man I loved, the man I trusted with my whole heart, had betrayed me. I asked him why. Why would he do this to me? He said he felt lost. He said he did not know what he wanted. He said it was a mistake. A mistake that lasted for months. A mistake that he hid with lies and fake smiles. I packed a small bag that night. I did not shout. I did not cry in front of him. I just packed my essentials and walked out of the apartment we had built together. He begged me to stay. He promised to change. But I knew if I stayed I would be choosing pain over peace. I chose myself. For the first time in a long time, I chose me. I moved back to my parents' house. They welcomed me with open arms. My mom hugged me tightly and told me that I was strong even when I felt like I was breaking inside. I spent days lying in bed questioning everything. Was I not enough? Was there something wrong with me? But slowly with time I realized that his betrayal had nothing to do with my worth. I started picking myself up piece by piece. I went back to the coffee shop where it all began, but this time not as a lost girl dreaming of fairy tales, but as a woman learning to dream for herself. I enrolled in classes that I had always wanted to take. I started painting again, something I had given up when life got busy. I reconnected with old friends who reminded me of who I was before love and heartbreak. One afternoon, as I was sitting in the park sketching, a little girl ran up to me chasing a butterfly. She tripped and fell near my bench. I helped her up and she smiled at me with a missing tooth grin. "Thank you," she said simply, and ran back to her mother. That small moment made me realize something important. Life still had beautiful moments waiting for me. I no longer cried myself to sleep. I no longer checked my phone hoping for a text that would never come. I learned to smile again. I learned to dance in my room to silly songs. I learned to enjoy my own company. I learned that healing is not about forgetting the pain, but about choosing to move forward despite it. Months later, Ethan reached out. He sent a long message apologizing for everything he had done. He said he missed me. He said he realized his mistakes. He wanted another chance. A part of me felt a pang of sadness because once upon a time I would have given anything to hear those words. But the stronger part of me knew better now. I replied simply saying, "I wish you the best, but I have already found my happiness elsewhere." I did not need him anymore. I did not need anyone to complete me. I was whole on my own. I realized that love is not about finding someone to fill your empty spaces. It is about being whole yourself and then sharing your wholeness with someone who deserves it. Today I sit here writing my story not because I want pity, but because I want others to know that betrayal does not define you. Heartbreak does not destroy you unless you let it. Pain is a teacher. It teaches you who you are. It teaches you what you deserve. If you are going through something similar, please know this. You are not broken. You are not unlovable. You are not alone. Healing takes time. Some days you will feel strong. Other days you will feel like falling apart. Both are okay. Just keep moving forward. There will come a day when the sun feels warm again on your face. There will come a day when you laugh from your belly without forcing it. There will come a day when you look back and realize that losing someone who did not value you was actually the biggest blessing of your life.